Oh, sweet Rosie O'Donnell, what are we going to do without you? Rosie O'Donnell, God bless her. At least she's actually making good on her promise, unlike some of these other Hollywood dirtbags who say, if Trump wins, I'm out of here. And then, of course, they stick around and keep making bad movies and demanding you pay $20 for them. No, Rosie O'Donnell put her considerable money where her considerable mouth is. She took to social media yesterday and delivered a video with heartbreaking news for all three of her fans. Take a look.
Well, hey, everybody. It's me, Rosie O'Donnell, star of the Flintstones. It's Tuesday all day, as my Nana would say.
Hold on. I can't let this pass. How sad and pathetic is your life if you have to identify yourself as star of the Flintstones, which, by the way, she wasn't. She was like the sixth name in that movie. She played Betty Rubble, which, by the way, always offended me because I had the weirdest crush on Betty Rubble when I was 7 years old. Betty Rubble was hot. Rosie O'Donnell was not. Still, she played Betty Rubble, which is all right. Let's give her fourth lead. But I think that whoever created the animated Dino in that movie, she deserves more credit as a star of the Flintstones. So number one, she has to identify herself as the star of the Flintstones when she in fact was not the star of the Flintstones. And number two, she's identifying herself as the star of a movie that is over 30 years old. That's sad. That's rough. But it's all you got when you're Rosie O'Donnell. Okay. We'll go back to Rosie's video while I reminisce about Betty Rubble for a moment. That short dress, it was just cute. All right, go ahead, Rosie.
And I'm here in Ireland, and it's beautiful and warm, not physically, it's actually quite cold. Moved here on January 15th, and it's been pretty wonderful, I have to say. The people are so loving and so kind, so welcoming, and I'm very grateful. I'm in the process of getting my Irish citizenship, as I have Irish grandparents, and that's what's going on, and that's where I've been and what I've been doing. And although I was never someone who thought I would move to another country, that's what I decided would be the best for myself and my 12-year-old child. And here we are. Here we are.
All right, couple things. First of all, Rosie, 2 words of advice. Zoom out. Seriously, I feel like an esthetician here, like I'm giving you a facial. I don't need this up close examination of your pores for this video. Just like give me a nice framing, right? I respect your personal space on this show. I expect the same from Rosie. She's a close talker, I guess, right? Maybe she has short arms. Buy a tripod. Okay, that's number one. Number two, and no offense, how old is this woman? She's got to be in her like late 60s, right? What the hell is she doing with a 12-year-old kid? I know she like adopts these kids and uses them as, publicity props on the red carpet and stuff. Look at me, I'm a lesbian and I have children. Aren't I great? And my understanding is that she's got some serious psychological problems with some of those kids who aren't even speaking to her because of the way they were used and propped up as some sort of political and gender iconic representation instead of, being a child who is loved and cared for. But that's fine. Listen, she's got a 12-year-old. God bless her, raised the 12-year-old. Do you understand the implicit slam on America? I'm here in Ireland and everyone's so nice. Everyone's so supportive. Everyone's so, not like you Americans, you pigs. Everything about this is so insulting and self-indicting, and she doesn't even realize how self-indicting it is. But she elaborates on why she had to go to Ireland. Let's take a look.
And I don't necessarily want to see, myself on the news on posts like this one. But there you have it. It's going to be what it's going to be when you're a public figure.
Darling, there's a great way to avoid having your face all over the news because you moved to Ireland. Shut up. Get out of our life. Don't leave a 10-minute video on social media and then promote it all across the place, trying to tell everybody, look at me. I guarantee you, nobody would have missed you. No one would have sat around like months from now saying, you know what? You know who I really miss? You know who I need in my life right now is Rosie O'Donnell. Where the hell is Rosie? My life is incomplete without Rosie O'Donnell. That's what's killing her. I don't necessarily want to see my face on the news. Then why are you delivering a 10-minute long video, a monologue, telling me the latest in your life? Clearly you want people to know about it. Clearly you do, you liar. Okay, sorry. Oh, look at that. She is having a rough day.
Live in a more private life as you get older. This is sort of the journey that you take. I'm happy. Clay is happy. I miss my other kids. I miss my friends. I miss many things about life there at home. And I'm trying to find a home here in this beautiful country. And when, it is safe for all citizens to have equal rights there in America, that's when we will consider coming back. It's been heartbreaking to see what's happening politically and hard for me personally as well. The personal is political, as we all know. So I've met a bunch of people. Everyone's been friendly. I have a wonderful friend named Tom who has taken me under his wing and showed me around Dublin, and I'm so grateful, really grateful. And I imagined, a different life for me when I met him. I said, imagine if I was raised here, who would I be? Would I be the same person? I don't know, I don't really know.
I love that 10 seconds into this video, she said, I'm happy. I'm so happy. Look at her. Listen to the tone. Listen to the wistful. Until as fellow citizens are treated equally, I can't live there, so I'm going to be here. And I think to myself as I walk through the streets of Dublin, if I had been raised here, I don't know what would my life have turned out to be. I guess I can use a lot of adjectives to describe Rosie O'Donnell's demeanor in this video. Happy would not make the top 20. This does not seem like a happy woman. I'm happy. I don't have to worry about Rosie O'Donnell. I don't want to bump into her at the Wegmans. A little bit more Rosie.
And I hope you're okay.
We're
And
okay.
I'm sorry for those of you who were worried and who missed me. I just felt like we needed to take care of ourselves and make some hard decisions and follow through. And now, as we're getting settled, I was ready to post this and to tell everybody what's been going on. So there, I've missed you, TikTok. I'm worried that TikTok is going to go away. It seems as though the only place you can get the news of what's really happening in terms of protests and whatnot is on TikTok. And the mainstream media has been letting us all down there in America, where the fourth estate is required in order to maintain a democracy. And, they haven't been doing their job. So here's hoping that they will get better before it's too late. And here's hoping it's not too late already. I encourage everyone to stand up, to use their voice, to protest, to demand that we follow the Constitution in our country. And not a king, not a man. And we don't have cruelty as part of our governing style.
I got to tell you, this is a pro-Obama Democrat decrying the idea that now in America we regard our president like a king, which we don't, by the way. The closest we came was under Obama, where they treated him like a deity. I'm glad that Rosie is happy about protests and encourages protests against government, because now that she's in Ireland, she's going to see some doozies. There's something insidiously insulting about an American citizen who travels abroad out of protest because they're angry at the direction that their country has taken, goes overseas and then puts out a video lecturing us about what we've got to fix to get them back. Yeah, I tell you what, listen, you really think things are broken here? And you want to make that, then why don't you stay here and try to fix them? Go elsewhere and then lecture us about what we've got to do. That's stunning, courageous, and brave, Rosie. Well done, you. She is a creature of the mainstream media, by the way. So here she is criticizing it. Understand how left you have to be when you think that our current legacy propaganda media that is personified by the likes of George Stephanopoulos and Kristen Welker and Margaret Brennan and Jake Tapper and the Washington Post and the New York Times, that they are falling down on the job because they've gone too far MAGA. And by the way, you want to know how lefty you are? How incredibly outside the mainstream of any kind of American thought you are? That TikTok, the communist Beijing-controlled TikTok, is the only place where you get the real news nowadays. That's where Rosie O'Donnell's sitting right now. Listen, I'm glad, like I said, this is self-indicting. She's telling you exactly who she is and where she's sitting. I bet the fact that it's Ireland, we'll get to Ireland being an ironic choice for young Ms. O'Donnell in just a moment, but let's wrap it up here with her very happy thoughts. I want to remind you all, she's really, really happy. Here's happy Rosie.
So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the story. Rosie O'Donnell, right there. All the news. Peace, people. Peace. And, protect your sanity is all I can say. Protect your sanity as much as you can. And try not to swim in the chaos if possible. But I know it's nearly impossible when you're there in the middle of it. And I think about everyone every day and the United States of America. And I am hoping that we can turn things around. I'm counting on you, all of you, to do what's right. And I think deep down inside, we all know what that is. All right. Take care. TikTok, you don't stop.
I love the fact that she just says, I'm praying and I'm hoping that we can turn things around. I'm counting on you. So we're going to turn things around. I'll be over here in Ireland watching you all turn things around. So the only thing that would have kept Rosie O'Donnell here in America, apparently, is Kamala Harris winning the presidency. So, I mean, the benefits just keep coming. I mean, honestly, Rosie, we already voted for Trump. Don't keep piling on and giving us more reasons. We're gonna like try to alter the Constitution so we can run a third term if we get more of this. Self-deportation is a beautiful thing, and we're really excited to see that Rosie's decided to leave and go to Ireland. But let's talk about the fact that she went to Ireland for a moment, shall we? Because, one of the major criticisms from people like Rosie O'Donnell is that Trump is xenophobic and protectionist and is closing our borders and not welcoming. And, we need to open up our borders and let people in from other countries. And he's racist, let's not forget. He's racist against those Mexicans, those Guatemalans, those Haitians. It's amazing to me that when Hollywood stars like this all complain about Trump and they say, I just can't believe what he's doing to these poor Mexican people. These are people that just want to come here and live a better life. It's awful. He's so racist. And if he wins the presidency, I'm going to leave and I'm going to go to Canada or Ireland. It's like, wait a minute. Your heart is bleeding here for the Haitians and for the Mexicans. And when it's your time to leave in solidarity for their cause, you go as far away as you can from them. And by the way, to much whiter pastures.
Hey, Larry.
Yeah, she did. Yes, sir.
We just have to interrupt real quick because we have a completely incredible breaking clip of Trump and the Irish Prime Minister right now.
Oh, let's go. All right. I see it. Let's do it right now. You betcha. Stand by.
Great attitude, many in this room right now that I've met. Why in the world would you let Rosie O'Donnell move to Ireland? I think she's going to lower your happiness level.
It's true. Thank you. I like that question. Mr.
You know, you
President,
have
are you expecting?
You know who she is?
I'm joking.
You're better off not. You're better off not knowing.
Oh, that's great. I don't know do we know who the pool reporter is that asked that question?
I'm sorry, no, I don't.
This is the beautiful thing about the Trump White House expanding the pool reporters. You get somebody in there who says, why in the world would you let Rosie O'Donnell into your country? This is a St. Patrick's Day celebration that they have every year. And it's very bipartisan. It's a lot of fun when the Irish representatives come to the White House and then they go down to Congress and the Democrats and Republicans. Everyone loves the Irish, right? You're talking to an O'Connor here. And a McMahon, by the way. This is a very Irish show, isn't it? Our intern, Quinn. What's Aaron's ethnicity? Here, we got a new guy today. Is he Irish? He's Irish today if he's not regularly Irish.
73% Irish.
He's wearing a green shirt.
Let's go, Aaron. We got O'Connor, we got McMahon, we got Quinn, and we got 73% Irish Aaron. All right. Oh, Aaron. I guess that is kind of an Irish name, isn't it? It's not spelled that way, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, the point is everyone loves the Irish because we love everybody except Rosie O'Donnell. And so here's the reporter saying, why would you let Rosie O'Donnell into your country? He's going to bring down the happiness quotient. She's going to bring down the happiness quotient. And watch Trump's reaction, by the way, on this. He's so self-satisfied.
Rosie O'Donnell moved to Ireland. I think she's going to lower your happiness level.
It's true. Thank you. I like that question.
Mr.
You know,
President,
you have
are you
those-
expecting?
you
Are you
know,
expecting?
Yeah, that's the best part. Where the Irish prime minister's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Rosie O'Donnell's a made-up name. What are you talking about? There's no such thing as a Rosie O'Donnell. Oh, you're right. That was glorious. So let me just finish this up by pointing out that the likes of Rosie O'Donnell and all these other Hollywood actors, they're constantly decrying Trump for his racism and his xenophobic policies, his anti-immigrant policies, you know, because he's a white nationalist, right? So where did Rosie O'Donnell's had enough? Where did she go? She didn't go to Haiti. She didn't go to Mexico. She didn't go to Honduras or Guatemala. She didn't go to India or China. She went to Ireland. Take a look at the current racial makeup of the good people of Ireland. Here's the demographic breakdown. 82 to 85% of people in Ireland are not just white, they're white Irish. I love that they break this down. I mean, there's white and then there's white. So first we count the white Irish, 85%. Then there's the other whites. I love to say other whites, you know, Polish, French, Eastern European, still white, but not quite as white as we are, like Rosie O'Donnell. That's another 9 or 10%. So now we're up to like 95% white of some flavor or another. Then the next ethnic breakdown is Asian, Indian, Chinese, Filipino, maybe 3%, right? Then you finally get your black population, around 1.5 to 2%. And then other ethnicities, mixed race individuals, I'm sure somewhere in there are the Mexicans and Guatemalans that Rosie loves so much. That's around 1 to 2%. In other words, and there really is no other way to describe it, Rosie O'Donnell, the champion of diversity and inclusion, has just fled the United States of America, the melting pot of the world, to live in what can be argued as the whitest country on the planet. Because hypocrisy, thy name is Rosie.